What are you doing?
Oh, can I help you?
Where's the second video? People have been waiting.
Well, you know, I'm just taking a break after all my hard work on the first one.
It's been 6 months.
The toll that the first video has taken on my life is obvious. I thought I would see immediate fame and money after uploading it. I bought half a suit just for the premiere. I can't even afford that now. I check my bank account. No new zeros added. I walk outside my door. Not a female in sight.
Yeah! You like Mario Kart?
What?
You like Mario Kart?
Now they always say congratulations. Work so hard, forgot how to vacate.
Maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe people need to hear the full story of what happened. How I became the champion of the 3rd annual Mario Kart tournament.
Go be who they need you to be.
All right, no more dilly-dallying. It's time to finish the fight. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the wait. 2026 had an unforeseen beginning. But you've only witnessed the origin story of how the teams were formed. Now, it's time to witness the full story.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
I think it's worth mentioning that during the actual tournament, we turned the CPU off, so there were actually only 12 real players instead of 24. Thankfully, out of these 12 players, none of them were Waldo. Now the first question you have about Waldo might be, where's Waldo? And the answer is in Canada. Now the second question you have might be, who's Waldo? Well, he was a participant in the last 2 tournaments, and don't even get me started on what this guy did. Actually, no, let me tell you exactly what he did. This guy, oh my gosh, okay. He would literally rage bait and pick a different map than whatever we were supposed to do. Even when Brang Trang would tell us which one to pick next. He would be the only person to pick the wrong one on purpose, which, if you know how online works, you know how much that would mess us up while doing all the races in a specific order. Mind you, this was in Mario Kart 8 when we had 96 races. Also, he was just a sweat and a terrorist at the game. And this is where my personal grudge against him developed, because I specifically practiced Big Blue for hours the first year, barely practicing any other tracks, mastering Big Blue, and during the actual tournament, I did everything right. I hit the sharp turns, I hit the massive shortcut, and I still got second right behind him. How is that even possible? He took my one thing, and I'm pretty sure he did it last year too. Plus, we were all in one house, and he's all the way in Canada. We can't even share a bed with him after the tournament's over. Good riddance to that leaf-loving, bacon-eating, maple syrup-drinking terrorist. Okay, sorry. I just had to get that out. Back to the tournament rules. We wouldn't be doing the races in cups, since I'm not even sure you can do that online. And also because we wanted to do 3 traditional lap races. So the order in which we did the races are not necessarily the same order as in the cups. We ended up doing 3 race rounds, where for 3 races, every team would accumulate points, and by the end of those 3 races, whichever team had the most points out of those 3 races would win the round. And then we'd move on to the next round. And for clarification, from this point on, I'm not using the words race and round interchangeably. When I say race, I'm referring to the individual 3-lap races, and when I say round, I'm referring to any collection of 3 races that we do. Alright, now that you know the rules, let the competition begin.
It's nice to meet you, but it's even better to meet me.
We did still start off with Mario Bros Circuit, and my team was not off to a great start. I was the highest of my team in 4th, with Harley in 7th, and both Noah and Blake in the last 2 places. Brang Trang ended up in 1st. Fu himself didn't actually perform that well, but his teammates made up for it with their placements. Overall, this was not a good start. Some idiots chose the intermission track from Mario Bros Circuit to Toad's Factory, even though we were supposed to pick Wario Stadium, but we just went with it. Near the end, me and Harley were right behind Vu. I was able to pass him, but then I completely fumbled the shortcut, and he ended up back in 1st with me in 2nd, and Harley somehow went from 3rd to ending in 11th. Another terrible race for the Noah team. But hey, look who's doing the best overall. Oh. Alright, now we're doing Wario Stadium. And guess what?
I know a shortcut.
That I totally forgot to do on the first lap. But on the second lap, I totally fumbled it. And also I had a horn in my second slot. But hey, on the third lap, I don't want to talk about this track anymore. Still got first though, and Harley almost got second. But right at the end, he got his crap rocked, so he ended up back in ninth. And if you look here at the point distribution on my team, you can see who's putting in the most work. And that ended the first round with Brang Trang's team winning. Considering the events that would later unfold, I'll give this one to them. Starting off the second round was Desert Hills. You can see here, Vu tries to snipe me with a green shell and fails miserably. Someone was being an absolute terrorist with the boomerang, which ended up booting me back in 12th.
New York, I love you, but you're bringing me down.
I was able to clutch up with the Bullet Bill and finish the race in 6th, which still isn't great, but Harley was able to get 3rd. Vu got 1st, and look at that. Shy Guy Bazaar. Now for this track,
I know a shortcut.
but I couldn't take it in the first lap. Second lap, I was, and I kinda messed it up, but it still worked, and I was able to get a good lead and take this blue shell out with the horn. I completely fumbled the shortcut on the third lap, which led to Vu taking the lead, and I completely ate crap after that, so I ended up in 11th. I don't want to talk about the scoreboard. Moving on. Air Fortress. I know this one, okay? I know the shortcut, and I completely missed it on the first lap. It's fine, doesn't matter. I still end up in first because I'm the GOAT. Second lap, I don't want to talk about it. Third lap, I actually hit it. And holy McQueen, look at that lead. I literally did not have to worry about anyone else in the race. I fell off the map and I still had the lead, bringing that 20-point lead down to a 2-point lead. Unfortunately, Vu's team still won though. My team really needed to lock in because if we didn't even out the round wins by the next round, we would be at a serious disadvantage. Starting off with the third round was Whistletop Summit, and I'm not gonna lie, I know there is a few good shortcuts on this track, but I don't know any of them well enough for me to even attempt them. And as we've seen, even the ones I do know are not a safe bet.
That was from yours truly.
I had a decent lead in first, but then this lightning hit and it completely screwed me over, and I ended up finishing in 8th, and Harley got 11th. Guys, I said we needed to win this round. Next race was Dry Bones Burnout.
I don't know if you can see the map right now, but look at Waluigi.
And I also didn't know any good shortcuts on this one. Despite that, I was able to get a much better placement this time with 3rd, and Harley in 1st. And I probably would have gotten 2nd if Harley didn't throw hammers behind himself at the end of the race.
I know they are. I know, bro.
Despite Vu's truth, both my team and his team were able to steal the lead from Brang Trang's, and we're now tied.
Hey, look at us. Hey, look at us. We're back.
This was going to be close, but I needed my team to win this round. It would even things up, and the tiebreaker would make it even cooler. Alright, next up was Bowser's Castle. I really like this track, and my brother did teach me the shortcut on it the day before, so I figured I'd go big or go home. But I accidentally jumped on Tunner's head on the first lap, so I already messed that up. Me and Harley were in 1st and 2nd near the end.
Second, like we should be. As we should be.
And there was another shortcut here, but I honestly wasn't that good at it, and I didn't want to risk our lead. We were good, until the rampant speed ended up being too much for Harley, and he fell off twice. If you didn't know, near the end of the lap in Bowser's Castle, there's a big speed boost, and I'm used to it, but I knew it was going to mess a lot of people up. I also fumbled the shortcut, again, and on the 3rd lap too. Still got 1st though, and Harley got 4th. And despite that, Big Noah sold us so hard that me and Vu's team ended up tying, again. So the round ended in a draw. Starting off the next round was Mario Circuit, and I mean, just check out this item usage. Easy 1st place. Although Vu's team averaged so well that we ended up tying again. Acorn Heights was up next. I take the shortcut here with one of my mushrooms, which lands me in 1st, and I pretty much keep it the entire race. Harley ends in 3rd and Blake in 4th. Pretty good team. Now how about no, oh my gosh. 15-point lead though. Team Noah was climbing its way back up, despite the less favorable Noah's failures. Now guys, I think it's time to get a little serious. The world is a dangerous place. You can't even feel safe going into the movie theater anymore because you never know what maniac might show up in there. I just never want to guess that one of those maniacs would be my own teammate, Harley, bombing Boo Cinema. I was in first. He was right behind me in second, and he threw it right in front of himself. He literally hit himself. What was the point of that, Harley? Despite my terrorist teammate, I was able to end the race in second. And the other Noah was right behind me. I knew he had it in him, and with Blake right behind him, it didn't matter that Harley got 8th. Our team averaged so good that it gave us a 37-point lead. This is post-production Noah here. It turns out that it actually wasn't Harley who threw the bomb. He had a bomb, but he threw it right behind him. Someone else threw the bomb in front of us and framed Harley. I'm still keeping in the bit because it's funny. I just wanted to clear my boy's name. And so it evens out with my team finally winning a round with a huge lead. And holy carry, look at that point ratio. And oh my gosh, Brang Trang, are you okay? Starting off the next round was Moo Moo Meadows. And we must have been playing with Oppenheimer or something because there were so many bombs during this race. Boo ended up in first, and some lightning at the end booted me from second to 6th. Blake did pretty good though, and Noah! Dandelion Depths was up next, and someone used a Kamek to put all these bats on the track, and that completely screwed me over, putting me in 12th. However, I was able to finish the race in 4th with the help of some good item usage. Yeah, Team Noah was not looking good after this race. Up next was Cheap Cheap Falls. I like the idea of this track. I don't actually like this track. Harley got 4th and I got 5th, but my goat Blake got 2nd, which resulted in my team tying with Brang Trang's and Boo's team winning this round by just 3 points. The fact that it was so close helped a lot, because the teams wouldn't be winning based off how many cups they won, we'd be winning by how many overall points we had over every round. And our huge point difference in the last round was really helping us out here.
Hey, we had a 20-point differential on that one cup. By points we might win, but I don't know about cup wins.
Starting off the next round with Sky High Sunday, which was greatly improved in this game compared to the last. I hit this wall shortcut on every lap and it made me feel like Spider-Man on a bike. Easy first place.
Nice. Did you hit a crazy shortcut? Yeah, why the f*** are the penguins here? Hey, global warming, am I right, y'all? I know, I try. I'll be our only gun.
Now I want you to take a good look at how good me, Blake, and Harley did. Now I want you to look at Noah. Do you see the problem? It was at this point that I thought it would be a good time to give Big Noah a little pep talk. He had been the worst performing one out of my team, and he was low-key canceling out me and Harley's point gains. I thought it would be good to check up on him and let him know how much I really needed this.
Get out of here! Everybody, get out! Everybody!
Starview peak, more like Starview week.
See how our team did. Oh, I see Wario in last place again. Oh, I gotta go. Now, big fella.
We were supposed to do DK Pass next, but someone picked random and we did Choco Mountain instead. It low-key may have been me.
Who did this? It was Turner Trent.
No, I didn't do nothing. We should restart the whole marathon. We gotta do the qualifiers too. Can we please redo the qualifiers?
Did we already? I am a surgeon. Oh, I'm such a fat star. I swear to God, Big Noah solos. Yep, he did.
I got 4th and Harley got 6th, but my goat Blake got 2nd. Boo's team still won, but it was only by 4 points, and Brang Trang, oh my gosh.
I did not sell a Mario song. You did. No. Y'all just blame this on me. I did not sell. Blame that on me.
Next round started with Peach Beach. Me and Harley didn't do good at all, but somehow, by some miracle, Noah got 2nd and Blake got 3rd.
Hey, but they did good.
One time out of 40, bro. One time out of 40.
You had one good match.
Yeah, no, we love it.
You had one good match.
Yeah, you know what? I keep that energy. Keep that energy. What are you kissing me for?
A 1-point lead. I'll take it. Next was Wario Shipyard. You can see here in the second lap, this lightning saves me from a blue shell. Pretty much the entire race I was in first, with Harley right behind me in second, as it should be. But then at the end, Patrick caught up, and Harley met an unfortunate series of events, putting him in 4th. Still pretty good though, because Blake ended up getting 3rd. And hey, speaking of things being how they usually are, and that put our points in a huge lead, with us having... And yes, we did say the thing, but unfortunately my mic died around this time, so I didn't catch it. Next up was Salty Speedway. There's honestly not much to say about this race. Me and Harley got our usual placements, and Blake and Noah got theirs, putting us in a 25-point lead and winning the round. See, this was working out really well, because even though we were falling behind near the beginning with the round wins, when we won, we really won. And when we didn't win, the points were very close. Starting off the next round was Faraway Oasis. I completely messed up the shortcut on the first lap, but I recovered in the second lap and I actually landed, putting me just ahead of Harley in first. Then in the third lap, I messed up the first part of the shortcut, but recovered and executed the second part of the shortcut. But then, guess who, out of all people, decided to mess me up? The one time Noah decided to be in first, and then he falls off the waterfall like an idiot. I did too, but that's not important. At least Harley got second. Alright, now we finally reached my map.
Great. Blackburns.
I immediately gained the lead because I left drift on this ramp, because tricking on it is a scam. And then, we approach it. This was it. All of my practicing in between matches led up to this moment. This was my chance to show all these haters how it's done. I don't want to talk about it. I did accidentally hit this though. Thankfully, Blake made up for my failures, and so did Harley. And I feel like I shouldn't have to tell you what the other Noah did at this point. It was upsetting that I fumbled my favorite track, but I'm glad that most of my team made up for it. Next up was Dino Jungle, and this track had a pretty decent mushroom shortcut, so we'll see how it goes. For some reason, it picked the intermission track, so we'd only be doing one lap of the actual track. And during the last lap, I ended up having one mushroom left for the shortcut, which will always put you ahead of first if they don't do it. Blake was actually in first before I passed him, so he ended up in second, and Harley in fourth. And hey, Big Noah didn't get in dead last this time. This was a good race. And holy sweep!
Brandon, you suck. You hear me? You hear me? I know you hear me.
Starting off the next round was Koopa Troopa Beach, which is just a slightly better baby park. There's not much to say about this round. I did pretty bad, but Harley got first. And yeah, as you can see, Brang Trang messed up the teams. It's fine though. Next was DK Spaceport, and as you can see, I had a mushroom ready to dodge this blue shell, but then I got hit by a red shell. Very unfortunate. I was able to still keep my lead in first until I got a wave of bullcrap sent my way, including Harley using a horn that he literally just got when he was nearing first place. I swear, he's the most unethical item user. He did end up getting first though, with me in fourth. And the team stats don't matter because they all got messed up. Next up was Crown City. Now, I have no idea what kind of terrorist activities Harley was doing to be so far ahead of everyone else in the race. Actually, no, I do. Look at this. He used a banana right here at this sharp turn when I was right behind him. Somehow, though, I was able to finish right behind him in second. Now, technically, the team he was on won, and he actually did really good this round. But officially, he's on my team. So those points would be going to me. Except they didn't, because we redid all the races with the right team, so that entire last round didn't mean anything. I'm not going to talk about the same races too much again, but I will highlight that Noah got first on Koopa Troopa Beach. And since Noah actually locked in this time, my team won the round by 44 points.
Oh, look at blue team!
Alright, this was it. We were making our way towards the final races. And next up was DK Pass. I hit the shortcut on the first two laps, but somehow messed it up on the third. I almost clutched up and would have at least gotten second at the end. But then... Boo. Despite that, our teams ended up tying in points. Next up was Peach Stadium, and this was my track. I take the shortcut easily on the first lap, I end up getting a triple mushroom, which allows me to take another shortcut at the beginning of the second lap. I attempted to take the big shortcut again, but then... Despite this, I was able to keep my lead in first, securing it by successfully taking the shortcut again on the third lap. Vu was right behind me though. We had ended up taking the lead from Vu's team and won the round, but it wasn't by much. And with that, there was only one track left. The perfect stadium to end the cinematic masterpiece, Rainbow Road. Whether my team was winning or losing didn't matter. This was Rainbow Road, and I was locked in. Now, I don't have much to say about the first 2 laps, unfortunately, but by the time we entered the third lap, I was in first and Harley was in 8th. Now, in the last video, when I mentioned how good it was that Harley and I were on the same team since we were sharing a Switch, this is what I meant. I had somehow brought a double mushroom into first with me, and Harley was far back enough to where he got the blue shell. Now, at first, this seemed really bad, because we know how Harley is with items, and it's not like I could expect him to just not use it, but this was actually a blessing in disguise. There was a shortcut coming up which required a mushroom, and I figured that it's better Harley uses the blue shell soon so that I can dodge it before I get shocked or booed. It was at this point that me and Harley became telepathically connected, becoming the best duo ever. If Harley timed the blue shell to hit me right before the shortcut, I could use the mushroom to dodge the blue shell and ride the boost into the shortcut, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Here's the result.
That's not me!
Now unfortunately, the shell came a little early, so I did have to use both my mushrooms. But still, you gotta admit, this is pretty cool. Now, chuds and chudettes, I'm about to give you a very hard pill to swallow. The matter of the fact is that it doesn't matter how good you do for 90% of the race. Eventually, some stupid bullcrap will catch up to you in the last 10%. Despite me and Harley's 500 IQ move, pretty much immediately after I started getting hit by everything left and right, eventually losing my lead. I got knocked back to 8th, and though I was able to kick myself back up to 4th, I unfortunately would not be finishing the final race in 1st. But you know who would be? Harley. And you know what? He deserved it. He had been performing very well for the entire tournament, and without him, I'm not sure I could have won. Definitely my favorite chaotic neutral character. Blake actually got 3rd, and Noah, I'm not even going to talk about him. But with that, every race complete and every round done, the 3rd annual Mario Kart tournament had come to an end. And as you can see here, my team had won by over 100 points, with Vu's team in 2nd and Braintrank's team in last. And here are the individual stats. As you can see, I got the most amount of points and wins, with 320 points gained for my team and 12 race wins. Vu was 2nd for both, with 268 points and 8 race wins. And 3rd in points was Patrick, who I actually haven't talked about much, but I do need to put some respect on his name, since he was the MVP for the first Mario Kart tournament. I would like to thank my entire team, yes, even Big Noah, for this win. I probably could have done it without you guys, but I'm glad I didn't have to. Okay, so here are the more advanced stats sheets that Braintrang made for us. Okay, so obviously here we have the racers, each individual racer's stats. It goes even down to their knockouts, I guess. This is just their wins, their points. As you can see, obviously I have the most points, and I think 2nd is Vu. Cup wins, I have 5. Vu has 3. And then we have the average KO placements. KO wins, I have 3. I'm actually pretty surprised about that, because I'm pretty bad during the KOs. That's not important. For racers, we also have placements. I got 1st 12 times. Vu got 1st 8. And, oh, hold on, let me see. Oh, Noah. Okay, so Big Noah got 12th 6 times. But he didn't get it as much as Luke. Luke got 12th 7 times, which is interesting. And then here's the awards. This is what I wanted to emphasize on. Braintrang gave everybody special awards for their what they did during the tournament. Okay. First award, it goes to Team Blue, and then the runner-up is red, obviously, right? MVP, Patrick, and then me as the runner-up. I feel like that's kind of glazing, because I feel like I did better than Patrick in pretty much everything. but Patrick was on Brain Trank's team, and he definitely probably was the best performing one. So I'm pretty sure that's just Clay's, but whatever. KO MVP, Dason, and Nicholas. That makes sense. The least valuable player is Luke, and Nicholas has the runner-up. So I guess I could have had it worse. Big Noah, I apologize. 6th man of the year. I guess this is the most average person in the middle is Connor, and then Trenton. Head start, me and then Patrick, and then same goes for Clutch. Anti-podium, Tunner, and then Blake, and then Night Owl is Blake, and then me as the runner-up. So I guess Blake stayed up the longest out of everybody, because near the end, some people fell asleep. So, and then we stayed up pretty well after the tournament was over to find out who won. But I guess Blake stayed up the longest, and then me in second. And then we had Tunner, Trent. Most improved was Blake, interestingly enough, and then me, which I guess that makes sense because I did not do well in the last 2 tournaments, and I did a lot better here because I'm better at World than I am at 8. And so I guess he kept the stats from the last few years too, which is awesome. Who fell off the most? He put himself. Brain Trank fell off the most, which he actually did. He did a lot worse in this tournament than the previous one. And then Harley, which Harley did pretty good. So, but he also did really good in the last 2, so that makes sense, I guess. Most edged, Patrick, and then Harley. Goodest boy is Connor, and then Noah, Big Noah, and then terrorist is me, and then Harley, which I feel like Harley was more of a terrorist, but I guess I did solo everybody, and was ultimately won everything. So I guess that makes sense. So those are the awards. Those are the ultimate stats. That's everything you need to know about every player for the 3rd annual Mario Kart tournament. Before I end things, I know this entire video has been laughs and jokes, and the concept of grown and almost grown men staying up until 6 o'clock in the morning to play Mario Kart is certainly very silly. But I'd like to get a little serious for a second. While, yes, the idea for this video is very silly and mostly jokes, this tournament means a lot to me. Not because I care about winning, even though I did really enjoy that. It's not like I get $100,000 for it or anything, but the fact that it's an annual thing for me to look forward to with my friends really means something to me, even if we are just playing Mario Kart for 6 hours. We usually hold the marathon at the end of the year, or beginning of a new one. Technically, we did 2 tournaments in 2025 since we did the last one on January 1st, but it's still the 2024 marathon. The point is, it's becoming something to start off the new year with, and this past year has been really special for me. I turned 18 and I graduated this year. I'm not quite sure what life has in store for me in the future, and I'd like to believe that I'll always have this to look forward to with my friends. But that could very well not be true. People grow up, grow apart. Now, I hope this never happens. I hope I always have these people in my life, but that's not guaranteed. I've mentioned that Trenton here is married, and that makes me wonder, am I going to be doing stuff like this when I'm married? I mean, I hope so, but I don't know. The point I'm trying to make is, as silly as this all seems and sounds, it means a lot to me, and I'll always cherish these memories that I get to make with my friends, even if they don't last forever. And I encourage anyone watching this to do the same. Go do stupid stuff with your friends, especially if you're growing up and not sure how much time you'll have left to do with them later. Who knows though? Maybe we'll all be in the retirement home, competing in the 68th annual Mario Kart tournament one day. Thank you, Brain Train, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe and all that YouTube stuff. It took me a lot of time and effort to make this video between actually competing in the tournament, writing the script, and recording and editing, so I'd really appreciate any engagement. But I guess that's all I have to say. Drive safely. I'll see you all next year. And Waldo, if you're watching this...
If you think 90 degrees outside, sitting in the heat is hot, imagine what hell will be like.
Cold up, headshot, sit down, stand up, pass out, wake up, fade it.
Nah, I done grew up around some people living their life in bodies. Granddaddy had the golden flash that broke every day in Chicago. Some people like the way it feels, some people want to kill their sorrow, some people want to a dark room.